Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Bucks versus Pacers NBA matchup on Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK. Get 15% off all of your purchases. We also have products meant for people who make larger bets, $500,000 plus type range, who are looking for VIP concierge style service. We offer these products. They're just not available on the website. They're easy to get. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, go ahead and text that number. But let's get to it. Game 2 from Milwaukee as the Bucks host the Pacers. Game 1, it was all Bucks. No Giannis, no problem. It was the Bucks got out to an early lead in the first quarter, up by 9, 30-21, and they took that second quarter and they beat the crap out of the Pacers. And normally we like to tone it down a little bit in these actual videos and the live show. Of course, anything goes, but on these videos, but there's no other way you could say it. I mean, it was a one-sided beatdown. That 18-point deficit in that 9-point deficit in the first quarter became a 28-point deficit and 27-point deficit. They never even came close to overcoming it. I admit it, I had the Pacers that game because they had played the Bucks extremely well all season long. And of course, without Giannis, you had to figure that they were going to be even better. I also, on the live show, I was saying, well, this is Siakam's first time in the lineup with the Pacers against the Bucks this season too, even though they had played a bunch of times. And he had a monster game. He scored 36 points. The problem is he was still -9 for his time on the floor, and pretty much nobody else on the team really did much. Halliburton only had 9 points for the Pacers. He was a -3 on that game, and Turner, well, he had 17 points, and McConnell had 10. So the thing is that the Pacers, they didn't play their best game, and boy, the scoreboard certainly showed it. But when you look at what the Bucks did, Chris Middleton is a man amongst boys, 23 points in that one. Of course, Lillard had the monster first half. Most of that big deficit that the Pacers were in were Lillard's doing with that 35-point effort, and Portis came in with 15, all filling in, for Giannis. Brook Lopez also poured in 11. The Bucks didn't even go that deep into the bench, considering how one-sided the game was. It wasn't like we saw Giannis's brother running around the court or anything like that. But I think the Pacers, I think you have to look at these games, and what we saw in all of these NBA playoff games was, man, the home teams pretty much dominated game 1. And I think what you have to say is, well, it's game 1 of the playoffs, and if you can't get up for that at home, what can you get up for? But I think game 2 is going to be a little bit of a different story with a lot of these teams, and I think that this will probably be one of those series where that happens, because we've seen the Pacers have a lot of success against the Bucks this season. Like I said, I had the Pacers in game 1, and I was as distraught as anybody else that had the Pacers. It was kind of like, just not their best game. Doesn't mean we put them on the do not bet list. It doesn't mean that all those other matchups that they had against the Bucks this season didn't happen. It just meant it was game 1 at home of the NBA playoffs, and the Bucks got up for it, and the Pacers, well, they were just in a bad spot, as were all the other road teams, over the playoffs, over the weekend. But I think in this one, I think what we see is a Pacers team that bounces back in this one. They love playing these Tuesday spots, and the Bucks, well, they stink on Tuesdays, to be honest with you. And while I don't look too much at the day of the week, well, 12-3-1 is certainly something to look at, and the Bucks just 2-6. I gotta say, outside of all that, I just think the Pacers just are the better team in this one. I think they're going to bounce back in a big way. I expect to see Halliburton come back from that 9-point performance and come up big as well. I like the Pacers, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.